Hello and welcome to History in Facts, where we discover facts about days through the year. Please remember to like the video, comment, and subscribe. Today, we are looking at August 28th through the years. August 28th has several national days associated to it, with some being National Thoughtful Day, National Red Wine Day, and my favorites, National Power Rangers Day. So, let's dive in with Number 1, the fall of an empire. 475 AD, Roman General Orestes led a coup against Emperor Julius Nepos, forcing him to flee Ravenna and retreat to Dalmatia. Orestes didn't take the throne himself. Instead, he installed his teenage son Romulus Augustulus as emperor. It was a bold move, but one that lacked legitimacy, since Nepos was still recognized by the Eastern Roman Empire. Exactly 1 year later, on August 28, 476 AD, the tables turned. Odoacer, a Germanic chieftain leading disgruntled mercenaries, captured Orestes near Piacenza. A few days later, he deposed Romulus Augustulus and sent the imperial regalia to Constantinople, effectively saying, "We're done here." That moment is traditionally marked as the end of the Western Roman Empire. So a bit of a two-for-one deal with that one, although officially the fall was not set in stone until early September 476 AD. Number 2, the Siege of Acre. It's 1189, and Guy of Lusignan, recently dethroned, slightly miffed, and very determined, decides the best way to bounce back is to lay siege to Acre. No kingdom? No problem. He grabs a few thousand crusaders, some ships, and sets up camp outside one of the most fortified cities in the Holy Land. It's the medieval version of showing up uninvited and refusing to leave until someone hands you a crown. The siege lasts nearly 2 years, with crusaders digging trenches, launching catapults, and dodging arrows like it's a very aggressive game of medieval dodgeball. Saladin, not one to back down, surrounds the besiegers with his own army, so now it's a siege within a siege. Eventually, reinforcements arrive, including Richard the Lionheart and Philip of France, and the whole thing turns into a blockbuster battle with trebuchets, Greek fire, and a lot of shouting in Latin. It all started with Guy saying, "Let's take Acre," and ended with one of the most pivotal moments of the Third Crusade. Number 3, a new town is formed. Liverpool gets its charter. In 1207, King John did something surprisingly forward-thinking. He signed a royal charter to create a new town by the River Mersey. It had a ferry, 7 streets, and about 1,000 residents, most of whom were probably more familiar with sheep than shipbuilding. The idea? Turn this sleepy little spot into a proper port to boost trade with Ireland. And maybe, just maybe, distract people from the whole unpopular king thing. That charter gave locals the right to hold a weekly market, rent land, and settle disputes in court. Medieval perks that made Liverpool more than just a damp collection of cottages. It planted the seed for a city that would one day shape global music, sport, and shipping. Imagine, from 7 muddy streets to the Beatles in the Premier League. All because King John fancied a side hustle in urban development. So next time you're walking through Liverpool, think of August 28, 1207, the day someone looked at a patch of grass and said, "Let's build a legend." Not bad for a medieval startup. Number 4, Ferdinand II elected Holy Roman Emperor. 1619, and Ferdinand II is having one of those win some, lose some kind of weeks. On one hand, he's just been elected Holy Roman Emperor, fancy title, lots of power, probably a decent hat. On the other hand, 2 days earlier, the Bohemians basically fired him as their king and offered the job to someone else. Awkward. But does Ferdinand panic? Absolutely not. He shrugs, grabs the imperial crown, and kicks off what historians now call the 30 Years' War, because if you're going to start drama, why not make it epic? Honestly, it's the most passive-aggressive career pivot in European history. Get dumped in Prague, get promoted in Frankfurt, and turn the continent upside down for the next 3 decades. Number 5, William Herschel finds a moon in 1789. While most people were busy perfecting powdered wigs and politely dueling in gardens, William Herschel looked up and said, "Saturn's got secrets." And sure enough, with a telescope he built himself, because apparently buying one wasn't dramatic enough, he discovered Enceladus, one of Saturn's icy moons. A tiny cosmic snowball, 500 kilometers across, just chilling in the rings like it's waiting for someone to invent space tourism. What makes it wild is, Herschel had no idea that Enceladus hides a subsurface ocean or shoots geysers into space. He just saw a speck and said, "Yep, that's a moon." Meanwhile, today's scientists use billion-dollar probes to confirm the same thing. Makes you wonder, if Herschel were alive now, he'd probably discovered TikTok's algorithm using a soup spoon and a candle. Number 6, 1922, the first radio commercial. Back in 1922, on August 28, someone at a New York radio station had a bright idea. What if we use this incredible new technology to sell apartments? And just like that, the first paid radio ad went live. 10 minutes. $50. And a polite invitation to move to Queens. Simple, sincere, and strangely charming. And from there, it snowballed. Ads became jingles, jingles became influencers, and now every time you breathe near a kettle, your phone suggests artisanal tea sets. We've come a long way from a polite real estate plug. That one calm little real estate pitch opened the door to decades of marketing magic. So the next time a commercial interrupts your playlist, just remember, it all started with a polite voice and $50. Number 7, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It's a hot summer day, August 28, 1963, and over 250,000 people are packed in front of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. Over 250,000 people standing shoulder to shoulder, full of hope. And then, stepping up to the mic, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He starts speaking, and suddenly, history is made. His "I Have a Dream" speech wasn't just powerful, it was electric. He dreamed of a world where people wouldn't be judged by their skin color, but by who they are. And in that moment, he gave voice to millions who had been silenced for too long. That dream didn't end in 1963. It became a spark that lit up hearts across generations. Today, we don't just remember Dr. King's words, we celebrate the courage behind them, the movement they inspired, and the progress we continue to fight for. So let's honor that legacy, let's celebrate his bravery and action. Let's live the dream boldly, proudly, and together, because the future Dr. King imagined is ours to build, and the best way to celebrate it is to keep dreaming even bigger. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed your visit to History and Facts. If you did enjoy the video, or find it interesting, we have many more coming. So please like, comment, and subscribe to be notified when we release a new video. See you next time.